Hey guys, WWE Backlash 2018 went down tonight, and in my opinion, it is the worst pay-per-view of the year so far. Gonna have a lot to say about, so let's just hop right into it. First match on the kickoff show, Ruby Riott taking on Bayley. Ruby Riott gets the win. I didn't really seem to advance the story between Sasha and Bayley that much, and Ruby Riott and the Riott Squad, they're just made with this match to look like a dominant force, much like they were on SmackDown. Looks like WWE is going to try and continue that since they're now on Raw, and that's what this match accomplished. Gets the win for Ruby Riott and the Riott Squad. Kind of helps legitimize them as a legit force in the Raw Women's division. First match on the official card was the Intercontinental Championship match. The Miz taking on Seth Rollins. This was a really good match. Seth Rollins ends up retaining in this match, and it looks like him and the Miz parting ways now. Miz is on SmackDown, Rollins is on Raw. I would not be surprised to see Rollins start feuding with Finn Balor now that his rivalry with The Miz appears to be over. And as for The Miz, I have no idea what they're going to do with him on SmackDown. The Miztourage is still on Raw. I thought perhaps he was going to feud with Daniel Bryan. That seems like a rivalry that would right itself. But Daniel Bryan's currently tied up with Big Cass, so again, I have no idea what they're going to do with The Miz at this point. Hopefully they find something for him to do, because he has really been one of the best wrestlers and characters WWE has had over the past probably year or two since the brand split reemerged. After that, it was the Raw Women's Championship match. Nia Jax taking on Alexa Bliss. This was an okay match. Alexa Bliss managed to get some offense, and she wasn't squashed by Nia Jax, but in the end, Nia managed to pick up the win. She countered the Twisted Bliss into a Samoan drop and pinned Alexa Bliss, and then she gave like a emotional, heartfelt speech at the end. My guess is to wrap up this storyline with Alexa Bliss. So if WWE chooses to end this feud with Bliss and Jax, I do wonder who Jax is going to feud with, and who Bliss is going to feud with. There really aren't that many faces on Raw for the women's division, I guess, aside from possibly Bayley, but she's currently tied up with Sasha Banks, and you got Ronda Rousey, who's teaming up with Natalya against Mickie James at the current moment. So unless they possibly move Jax into a feud with Rousey, which I think would be pretty cool, face versus face dynamic. You got the Big Bad Bruiser and Jax versus the former UFC Women's Champ Ronda Rousey. That'd be a pretty cool rivalry, but I don't know what they're going to do at this point. After that, it was the United States Championship match, Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton. I had high expectations for this match. Their rivalry back in 2008 was really fun to watch, and this match just it was okay. Didn't really seem to get out of that second gear. In the end, Jeff Hardy was able to retain when he hit Orton with a twist of fate, followed by a swanton bomb. I'd like to see this rivalry continue. Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton, for the most part, put on pretty good matches when they're battling it out against each other, much like they did in 2008. So I'd like to see this rivalry continue if they can get back to that 2008 level. The next match on the card, Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass. In my opinion, I think this is what they're going to do with Enzo and Big Cass before Enzo pretty much got released from the company, and they just kind of like inserted Daniel Bryan at that spot to feud with Big Cass. And the match itself was nothing too special, nothing to write home about. And in the end, Daniel Bryan ended up making Big Cass tap out. So he did pick up the win, but Big Cass was still made to look strong after the match by beating up Daniel Bryan pretty easily. I mean, he pretty much manhandled Daniel Bryan after the match, and WWE sold this by having Daniel Bryan removed from the post-Backlash show. So this rivalry between Daniel Bryan and Big Cass looks far from over at the moment. The next match was the SmackDown Women's Championship match, Carmella versus Charlotte. This match, I'm not gonna lie, was pretty boring. Carmella, I do enjoy seeing her as the women's champion, but this match with Charlotte just was a slow, kind of a plodding pace to it. I did not really enjoy it. In the end, it looks like Charlotte tweaked her knee at the end of the match, and Carmella just like pulled the win out of nowhere. So Carmella's still the women's champ. Charlotte, I'm guessing they're going to play up the knee injury as the reason why she lost to Carmella, so I could definitely see this rivalry continue. Although I would like to see Becky Lynch get thrown to the title mix, perhaps to challenge Charlotte or something, instead of just being Charlotte's sidekick at this moment. After that, it was the WWE Championship no disqualification match between Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. This match was really good until the end. I mean, the end was just terrible. It was a sucky ending. I don't know why they booked it like this. I have a theory, but so the match itself was really fun to watch. Started out pretty slow, and it got more brutal, and the action picked up a lot toward the end. There was one cool spot where Styles threw a chair at Nakamura when he was going for the Kinshasa, and the chair ended up bouncing off of Nakamura's knee and hit Styles right in the face and busted his face open. So he had like a big cut on his cheek that was bleeding a lot. But in the end, they both kicked each other in the nuts at the same time. Neither could get up by the count of 10, so it ended in a double countout, which I did not know was possible for a no disqualification match. I don't think I've ever seen a no disqualification match end in a double countout, so it didn't really make sense. And the fact that you had this match that was like building up nicely, becoming better and better each second, and then a double countout. Terrible way to end it. The crowd was not happy. I was not happy, but I'm guessing with I think the Greatest Royal Rumble match ended in a double countout. This one ending in a double countout. My guess is we're building toward a last man standing match between Styles and Nakamura. And I'd like to see Nakamura win the WWE Championship. I feel like he really needs to win it at this point. Lost at WrestleMania to Styles. He did not win at the Greatest Royal Rumble. He did not win it tonight. And he lost his 2 previous WWE Championship matches against Jinder Mahal. So if there is a final match between Styles and Nakamura, I think Nakamura definitely needs to win the title. After that, it was Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley taking on the Yep Movement, the team of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Aside from the antics of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, this match was nothing special at all. The real story here was it looked like I can't really say if it's imploding because these two, like, they're still best buddies, but they bicker all the time. So it'll be interesting to see where they go. Zayn and Owens. Zayn basically fed Owens to Strowman and Lashley, and they picked up the win. So I do not think that Owens and Zayn are going to be feuding again at the moment. I think they're going to be that like tag team that can always fight and stay together. But for Strowman and Lashley, I think that they're teaming together for now. But WWE is not going to pass up on the opportunity to have these two big behemoths clash, possibly at SummerSlam. That's a money match right there. Maybe even throw Brock Lesnar in the mix and make it 3 of WWE's biggest, baddest dudes battling it out for the Universal title, unless they decide to throw Roman Reigns in that title picture once again, but that remains to be seen. So in the end, Strowman and Lashley beat the Yep Movement in a match that you can pretty much pass on. After that, it was Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. No titles on the line, nothing. I thought the WWE Championship match should have been the main event, but it was again a Roman Reigns match against Samoa Joe. This match was not too special either. There were some boring chants from the crowd. It just was kind of slow and plodding throughout. And then a big beef a lot of people have with Roman Reigns that he constantly wins. And I don't have a problem with him constantly winning, but like the method he constantly wins at is unbelievable. Unless it's Brock Lesnar. But tonight, Samoa Joe had Roman Reigns passed out on the mat, pretty much. And if it was any other wrestler, the referee usually stops the match. But with Roman Reigns, they kept it going. He like awoke magically and managed to come back and hit a spear on Samoa Joe for the win. The match was nothing special, just another win for Roman Reigns at this point. And yeah, so that was Backlash 2018 in a nutshell. Obviously, that Samoa Joe Roman Reigns feud is going to be over. Joe's on SmackDown, Reigns is on Raw. My guess is it's going to be Reigns versus Lesnar again, unless they decide to throw Lesnar to Strowman and Lashley. Samoa Joe, I could definitely see him challenge for the WWE Championship once the AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura feud is over, depending on who the champ is. I'm hoping it's Nakamura, but if it's going to be Samoa Joe versus that winner, odds are it'll be Styles because they don't want to have a heel versus heel WWE Championship feud going. And yeah, that was Backlash 2018 in a nutshell. Nothing too special. If you missed it, you didn't miss a lot. And if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you give me a follow on Twitter at Cincy Fan Zone. Check out my website, cincyfanzone.blogspot.com. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.